Constantine was released today along with the 6.5 pre-campaign, so he is on rate up. He is a 5-star rider. He has 1 quick card, 2 arts cards, 2 buster cards. And then his NP is a support NP. It's buster. Increases buster performance for 3 turns for himself, and then grants invincibility 1 time for 1 turn for himself. But he does increase the defense power and grants damage cut to allies and himself, like the whole team, for 1 turn. And the damage cut only applies to Roman allies. I mean, sure, but I feel like the increased buster performance, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of wasted since it's not on the team. I feel like that would have been great if it was for the entire team, but the buster performance is only for himself. So I kind of feel like that's a missed opportunity. But then again, we have a lot of other alternative servants, I guess, that buff buster, but I feel like, I don't know, that he might have been good, I guess. But then again, you have to compare to the other ones that grant, that have a targetable charge to the party or stuff like that. So I don't know. He'll be compared definitely to Koyanskaya, and both Koyanskayas and Oberon. So that might be a thing. Like, if it were me, I mean, I feel like it's great, but since it's only buffing him, his NP is really, the only time you'll really be using it is for the defensive capabilities. But I mean, it's only defense. It's not like an invuln or dodge. And it only lasts for 1 turn. So, I don't know what I feel about that. Definitely not for farming. Definitely not for farming. His first skill, again, this is also a selfish skill, just for himself. Increases NP gain, grant target concentration, and then star acquisition. So he gets 20 stars. I'm guessing grant target concentration is Google translated saying taunt? Second skill, this one, yeah, if you have Roman allies in your party, this is definitely a really good skill. Attack power and buster performance, both 20%. And if they are Roman allies, they have Chestnut here is crit damage, 30% crit damage. So very similar to, I mean, that's a really strong skill, especially if you have a team full of Romans. Let's see. I mean, it goes well, I guess, with his first skill since it does grant 20 crit stars. So, sure. And then his third skill, charges own NP for himself, 30%. And then increases crit rate, grants star acquisition every turn, so increases, let's see, crit damage. Earn a star every turn. I feel like that's supposed to be 10, like, crit stars every turn. So, sure, definitely, he feels like, he really feels like, what do you call this? Himiko, in a way. Oh, does Atlas Academy have, did they update it? Because when I checked it earlier, it was App Media that had it first. Anyways, he has Riding B, so quick performance. Quick performance when he only has 1 quick card. I mean, okay, sure. There you go. Quick performance. 4 hits for the arts and quick. Extras 5 hits. Star Wade, Star Gen, Death Chance. Okay. Yeah, NP gain of 50%. Then he applies taunt to himself and then gains crit stars. 20 crit stars at level 10. Skill 2, attack up, buster up, and then crit damage up for targets with Roman trait. So, yeah, you have to have a full Roman party for Constantine. And this one is translate? Can you? No? Okay. Alright, so charge NP to self 30%. increases damage, crit damage. And then, yeah, Star Regen 10 every turn for 3 turns. So, yeah, pretty much he's built to be a crit support while also being able to do a lot of critical damage himself. Especially if it's a Buster, because he does get Buster up of 50%, well, 30% NP1, and then it's 50% at NP5. So, I mean, sure. I mean, getting more NP levels for him would increase his Buster damage, but I feel like, I guess you'd be using him more for challenge content, really. Oh, right, yeah, sorry, I kind of skipped that. So, trigger skill on death. So he gives the buffs to his other party members when he dies, which I guess kind of works with his taunt skill on the first one, but the first skill only has a taunt for 1 turn. I feel like this would have been great if it was like maybe Giorgio's, where it was a 3-turn taunt. That would have been great, but I don't know, 1 turn feels like it's not enough. So, I don't know. I feel like this would be more on a situation where you'd use him for challenge quest. Like, you wouldn't really use him for Buster looping. He's really more for challenge content, using a Buster, Roman Buster lineup. So yeah, he grants 30% crit damage and 10 crit star drop per turn for 3 turns to the other party members. Also the 30% charge when he dies. So, okay. I could see a situation where you would use this, maybe like but still. But anyway, so yeah. And this, I mean, but then again, his NP grants him invulnerability and defense up to the party. So I feel like his NP does not blend well with his skills. I don't know. This might just be me. I feel like it would have been better if he, you know, applied Buster effectiveness to the other members, and then invincibility and to the other members instead of himself. I feel like it would have been a more effective kit if his NP granted the Buster and Invuln to the other party members and not himself. I mean, maybe the Buster, sure, but the invincibility to the other party. Because, like, based on this, you want him to die so that his skill 3 activates so that the other team members get the buff. So, I don't know. I feel like that's how they should have done it. But then that's just me. The third is basically the third and NP conflict with each other. Yeah. I could maybe see this working maybe if the taunt was 3 turns. The third and NP would kind of work if his taunt was like 3 turns. I could see this kind of working. Like, you know, have him tank the hits for 3 turns and then die on the 3rd turn, buffing the other party members for the remaining turns if you're doing a challenge content. But yeah, and you would need your other party members to be Roman. Let's see, let's see if it would work with other servants. I'm not very familiar with Romulus's kit, so give me a while. Increases crit damage from Roman allies. Party attack, critical damage. Like, it's like there. Like, why couldn't they have made? I mean, they kind of made his skill basically like Romulus's first skill, but like Constantine increases also Buster performance. Okay, ready? Yeah, Buster performance, right? Yeah. So very similar to Romulus's first skill. Second skill. Third skill. Performance. I mean, I guess if you have Romulus and Constantine in the party, you'd have a really powerful crit damage party. Crit star, star absorption, gains 10 crit stars. Yeah, I guess it would work. You just can't rely on the third skill. I mean, if you're gonna rely on skill 1, skill 2, I guess skill 3 and NP and the NP for Constantine. If you're with Romulus, I guess that can work. I mean, let's not forget, attack up and Buster up 20% each is fairly good already. And this one, NP gain up 50%. Like, I feel like that's also kind of a problem because you would be... What do you call this? You'd be using Buster cards most of the time, wouldn't you? I mean, at least based because of the other skill, but I guess you could still use the arts cards. Since they do both have double arts. I feel like, okay, if you're gonna use the party, I would probably... I mean... What I would probably do is I would use Romulus, Constantine, and maybe Karen or Spartacus. The third would either be Karen or Spartacus, but you would use Romulus and Constantine with each other, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like his kit conflicts too much. That's my opinion, I guess. It's a great kit, but I feel like it conflicts too much. It has too many restrictions. His skill conflicts with his NP. At least the third skill conflicts with his NP. His first skill also kind of conflicts with his NP, but it's only a 1-turn taunt. Maybe if it was a 3-turn taunt, it would have been better. Things that they could do to improve his kit. I feel like either increase the taunt turns for his first skill, or make the Buster buff for his NP party-wide. I guess those would be the one of two buffs that I could see them maybe doing in the future. Maybe. But yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on Constantine. If this is a YouTube video, thank you for watching.